Hello and welcome! My name is Hira and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis IV. We are playing as the Blessed Nathan of Ethiopia. So, we just embraced the Renaissance and are now ready to start spreading out again. And after I reloaded the game, I noticed that this is now in range. I don't know if it's because it hadn't recalculated when I checked, or maybe I was just stupid enough to check before the course finished, but I think I'm gonna recall the colonist here and resend him here immediately. I'll probably mean that I'll probably gonna end up costing most of my income, but I wanna try and see if I can get around and discover America, so doing that as fast as possible is well, it's what I want. Anyway, let's start integrating some of our subjects then. Except that's gonna take all our diplo points, which is gonna be annoying. But I am gonna integrate Midibari at least, so let's do that. We can finish that mission. Annex you, and then Yemen, Wasangali, Hormuz, and Shamar. Yeah, I think we declare war on Yemen once we have these next two claims. So, question is whether we should get a couple more troops. Yeah, I think so. A sacked monastery. One of our provinces have sent representatives to request resources and support in the restoration of an old monastery, recently sacked in a bandit raid. The foundation of the stone wall was set generations ago, and the people in the area longed for nothing more than to restore the building and make it a beacon of holy worship. Any aid given in the community would potentially impress the locals. I'm not gonna develop it, so I'm just gonna have to lose the diplo points, and don't we're losing money. Yeah, unfortunately we will probably just have to abandon this and then wait. Yeah, we can't afford to support two colonies right now. Let's go down to speed 4. Fabricate, get Sanak, and here we get Aden. So the problem here is that we don't have any boats, but it seems like it just is blockading. Because they're also in war with them, so I think now is the opportune time for this war. So let's turn up. I'm gonna call back this guy, because we're gonna go and siege down Yemen first. So we got the 2 extra. Gain 10 influence, lose 20 loyalty. Well, I guess that's what's gonna happen. That sucks. But we can't really afford to give them more influence. So we have some. We want to save up the money we have for paying back that loan as soon as we can. Hopefully, we can get some money from this war. Anyway, let's just declare now before we end up... Ooh, no one is gonna answer. So we can just go to war with Yemen, which is basically the best option here. Let's go over here. So we need to leave 9, so I'm gonna leave 10. Take the rest back here. And I would prefer if we could go to Aden, but we can't. And well, we could of course build a cog. See, he has two ships, a heavy and a light. One that they're out here on that island. Okay. So don't seem to be able to come in though. So let's just try. We're gonna build a couple. Let's just build. Well, I guess we had. So I'm gonna save up my money. I want to repay that loan. With the amount of money we are making, 0.29 ducats, it's actually a not insignificant amount of money. That hurt way more than I had thought for an army that was running away. Let's lose the legitimacy. We're gonna be remaking that and prestige. At least we're getting 2 a year, so in only 11 years we're gonna have positive prestige again. Of course we're gonna get something from this war. So, does this mean we can now take points again? Yeah, it does. So, seek support. Just gonna go even lower on. These are both too much influence, so we're gonna have to do with 100 points. And call a diet, and then we can get a new general. It'll take us to 60. Or I could get a conquistador and a minister, which would take us to 72, which would be the same. So I just get the general, I think. And then 15 would take us to 77. So what can we support? We can support 3 leaders. Do we want to roll the Conquistador and see what we get? Or do we want a well, we're not going to use the diplomat, so we might as well roll the Conquistador, see what we get. A 332, that's actually way better than this guy. So let's see. Actually, no reason why he was even in this siege. Get him out. Put the siege conquistador in. And fire this guy. I don't know what that's all about. And another conversion. Let's just take this one that's pretty reliant on the fact that I have 3 stability. This is so weird when they do this. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go attack. Oh wait, there's 5 troops there. Well, I'm gonna go attack. Oh wait, there's still 5 troops there. Oh holy gosh, there's still 5 troops there. Well, his... Ooh, did I just get an extra ship for free? I did, didn't I? Let's repair that. And have these check trade in the Gulf of Aden. And now they're hiding, apparently. No, they went out again. Oh, this fell as well, so let's just go and... Ooh. Prospering times. Yeah, Antioch has become renowned for our country's artistic achievements and blossoming economy. Artists, philosophers, and poets are flocking to Gondar, and the thriving economy has allowed extensive artistic funding. Several fine architectural buildings are being erected, and beautiful gardens are built to demonstrate our country's wealth. And many members of our new intellectual elite have ideas on how to improve various parts of our country. Ooh, I guess I want diplomatic points. Oh, I know I want diplomatic points. Let's wait a year before we take this. He's standing there. Let's see if we can go on and take that province. I think he's gonna go on and take that. Yeah. That means we're probably done with this war. Could actually take that right now. Let's do that. Can we get war reps as well? Yes, we can. Can we get him to give up claims in Ethiopia? No. Can we get him to give up a relationship? No. So I think we just do this and get way more than we wanted. We're only gonna pay 32 points though, which is fine, I think. And we might as well keep the soldiers over here then. Because we are probably gonna need them for rebellions. Anyway, let's mothball that fort. And go down to like, well, no maintenance, I guess. Ooh, that's too much. Can they be at? Yeah, they can stay out here. So that's a bunch of extra provinces, and most of it, well, it's basically one whole state, which we'll probably add. And, well, except for this province, it's actually okay development, well, in relation to this area anyway. So we're probably gonna add that as a state. And we can call this guy back, and I think we wanna start building up on this guy. Because we want to take his land as well. And let's take military tech. Get some new warriors. Let's just see. So our spearmen were 3, and we're now going all the way up to 6 pips. That's insane. So the question is, do we want... I think I want to go for the North African warrior to protect our manpower. So basically, if you don't know this, the way this works is the yellow pips is offense, and they help you gain... The ones under the shock help you do actual unit damage in the shock phase, and the ones under the morale helps you do morale damage to basically let them run away. So if I'm picking between these two types of warriors, I am picking between either doing more morale damage, making the enemy run away faster, or having more defense against his unit damage. So this is winning faster in battles or protecting more of your own manpower, and I want to protect my manpower because I don't have that much. So that's basically my reasoning for that. Just gonna grab a little bit of drink. But once it's not coffee. Yeah, it would also be opportunity time to attack this guy, but since we don't actually have any transports, I don't know why we even built these claims. In retrospect, that was actually pretty stupid. But we should probably build up a fleet once we've repaid that loan. Which we can do in a month or two. Oh, a little bit longer. But we are of course paying for a colony and a missionary, so we can repay all loans and we can take admin tech. Almost at our next idea group, which is basically where we were in the last Let's Play, or the last version of this Let's Play. So we've achieved about the same in, well, it's probably going to be in about 6 episodes that we did in 10 last time, so that's not too bad. Been playing a little bit faster. Well, of course we haven't been doing as many wars, so that's also an explanation for that. Yeah, you are counter-espionage, aren't you? Let's also build a spy network on this guy. Little cheeky bastard trying to make me play slow. By the way, in my opinion, counter-espionage is probably the worst idea they ever had. It doesn't really make a difference. Like, it probably has a place in multiplayer, but in single player it's just it just makes for boring play. It doesn't really add anything except for waiting. And I don't know about you, but I don't like waiting. It is possibly my least favorite thing in the world. Okay, let's add a couple more transport to this fleet. Well, let's add 1 transport to that fleet apparently. And we now have 5 barks. Our fleet is growing exponentially. And we now have quite a lot of trade power in this node, suddenly. Of course we are kind of wasting it because we're collecting out of our own trade node. But as I already talked about in the first walkthrough, or the first playthrough, I don't want to waste points on moving my trade capital to Gulf of Aden, because I figure once we get up to Alexandria we're gonna move at least our trade capital enough, if not our capital, to Alexandria, so yeah. By the way, just out of curiosity, they don't have the Renaissance either. But they're probably gonna end up... No, they're not gonna get it from me either, because it's friendly province. So they're not gonna get it from me either. Or it's gonna get... Oh, they are gonna get it as adjacent province, okay. But not until 4 years from now, so... Hopefully once we go to war with them, they are gonna be behind on military tech. We are already on our way to Tech 6. We are going to be a little bit behind Mahe. Is this one? Well, we're going to take that mission. So how close are we with this one? Pretty close. It's going to be within 2 years, I would say. So one thing to note in the 1.19 patch is that they have changed how colonists work. It used to be that the bigger the colonies got, the higher chance that the colonists would add extra colonists. That has been reversed. Now the bigger the colony is, the smaller the chance that a colonist will actually add something. Thus, kind of adding more choice to how you use your colonists. So usually when you're colonizing, you will also be a trade nation. So you'll, for example, be Portugal, or you'll be Spain, and you'll be making enough money that you can usually colonize 1 or 2 colonies more than you have colonists. So now you're gonna have to decide, how much do I want to grow my colony before I send the colonist on to the next colony. The way I usually did it was just to basically keep a colonist in a colony until either I had to start up a new colony, or I finished the colony, because that's how they grew most efficiently. But now it'll be most efficient to grow it to a certain size, maybe say 500 or 600, and then move on to the next colony. Well, we are gonna get... Well, the prestige would be nice, but admin points is admin points, and we are behind on points, having to buy Renaissance on our own. So we did spend 2,000 points on this. So basically, how much do we need to... So it's 600, and the maximum penalty was 50. So Well, that's saved in 2 technologies, so... Yeah, I don't know if they'll spread to us within 2 technologies, though. It might have done. It might just break even. It might have cost us a little bit, I don't know. I think Alodia will be the next ones we go to war with. I think we can have both in Bija here. I don't think we need this. So originally they made Forts Tiber in this patch, but I think they reversed that when they reversed the area system, so forts are now just working as they used to, which is badly. I really don't know why they reversed it. I really liked the system. They had made a system where forts worked around areas, and so basically if you had a fort anywhere within an area, the area of control would be that area. So you could walk out around inside that area, but you just couldn't walk on to the next area, which to me made perfect sense. And then at the same time they made castles half price. And maybe that part I didn't like as much, because that just generally meant that there would be more castles, which meant that it would just take longer to go to war. And again, that's one of those things where it makes sense in multiplayer more than in single player. But in multiplayer, you're generally ending up making so much money anyway that it doesn't really matter. So maybe the half off didn't really make that much difference. But I really liked the area of effect with areas instead of the weird system it has now, where it's like, oh, I don't know how I'm actually gonna get around this fort, because it's... Unless you read the code, I don't think there's any way of knowing ahead of time, simply. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider the like button and subscribing. Hope to see you next time, and until then, have a good day.